Searching for empirical articles in the library's databases. We're going to start with EBSCO host, which is one of our biggest databases. The two databases inside of EBSCO host that I selected was Academic Search Complete and PsycArticles. We're going to be looking for empirical articles, which is a type of research article. I'm going to want full text and scholarly peer-reviewed journals, which are under our limit results. I think I'm going to start with domestic violence as a search term. And I'm going to click search. 5,628 results were returned. I can come over here and say, well, I don't really want to go back to 1953. So I'm going to bring that forward to about 2007 or 8. And then I'm going to say that I want journals. And academic journals. I could also limit it to the United States. I could click on my subject. And I could say, okay, from these choices, what do I want? And it will tell me how many are in each choice area. And because I really don't want to look through that many articles, I'm going to say I want the psychological, social aspects, and risk factors in the United States. So I'm going to go from over 5,000 to 148. Number 18 looks possible. Number 20 looks possible. 13 is probably possible. It has tables. Number 5 has tables and a map. I'm going to look at that one. It lists some subject terms, but I don't really see that it says empirical. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not empirical. It just means that it's not listed as an empirical study. So this article says it is the first scholarly article to identify and attempt to explain the dichotomy between injunctive relief for domestic violence and other areas of the law, and to explain the potential for indefinite domestic violence and justice injunctions and normative depth. It reports of domestic violence injunctions, situates the analysis in historic backdrop. So this is probably not quite what we're looking for. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. Factors influencing domestic and marital violence against women in Ghana. Well, this might be empirical, but I'm not sure that I want to look at Ghana. We live in the United States. So unless I'm dealing with someone from Ghana, I don't think I'd look too carefully at that one. An analysis of mandatory arrest policy on domestic violence. I'm going to look at that one. And again, I don't see empirical. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in and empirical. You don't necessarily have to do that, but sometimes it helps. Okay, here's one called Witnessing and Experiencing Domestic Violence, a Descriptive Study of Adolescence. I'm going to click on that, and it says here empirical research. Okay. Family violence, psychological aspects. All right. And it's full text, so I'll click on this over here. And this survey included 1,393 ninth graders from one Finnish municipality. So I could look at this, but again, it's not necessarily from the United States, so I don't know how applicable it would be. Coerced debt, the role of consumer credit in domestic violence. That's an essay. It's not really what we're looking for. Number 11, men's use of controlling behaviors. So this is a descriptive study to broaden empirical understanding about family violence. It does have 77 who are in the domestic violence offenders program and another 77 who are in the domestic violence shelter. I can look at the PDF for more information about the article. It has a methodology and results with descriptive statistics. It is quantitative in nature. It has a discussion. It has a conclusion. And it has some recommendations. It is a short article for an empirical research article, but this would qualify as an empirical research article. Now I'm going to go back up to the one that listed empirical research. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click this so that it will put the search term in my box for me as a subject. And then after it, I'm going to put and cyber, because perhaps I'm interested in bullying. So I've done a new search for empirical research on cyberbullying, but I'm only using cyber. Number 9 looks interesting, the changing face of bullying, an empirical comparison between traditional internet bullying and victimization. It's empirical research, computer crimes. Oh, it's not full text. But I could find it full text, probably. The source is computers and human behavior. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that. Just because you don't see it full text in one database doesn't mean we don't own it in another database. So you copy the source, and then you go to our A to Z resource finder, and you put in computers and human behavior, and you click Find Journals, and it says that it's in Science Direct. So I'm going to click on that, and here is the journal. And what was the name of what I was looking for? I was looking for the changing face of bullying. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to put it in here. And then I'm going to click search. And the changing face of bullying is the first one. Now I can get the full text PDF. And that is how you can locate empirical research journals for your work in Social Work 321. If you need assistance, call the library at 1-800-359-5945 or stop by and see us.